Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I am going to show you how to replace the heater core or the radiator from inside the dashboard, which is controlling the heat inside your car on any Volkswagen Passat B6, B7, Skoda Seat, Volkswagen Audi and so on. So today I'm working on this Volkswagen Passat B6 and the owner told me that he don't have any heat in the right side. So in the left side where he is driving there is heat, but in the right side on any vents it's coming out cold air. So this is not good. So after I did some checkpoints, after I did some maintenance on this car, I found out that the heater core on this car is not working as it should work. So in today's episode I am going to show you guys how to replace it at home and with normal tools. So as you can see, this is the new heater core which I bought for this car. This is made by Nissan. This is a very good manufacturer, and the original one which is mounted on the car, it's made by Denso. So to begin this job, I recommend all to start by removing all the coolant from the system. So you'll have to check for this pipe on the left side, on the passenger side, and you'll have to undo the metal clip, and then you'll have to push even the hose or even the plastic mounting support. You'll have to remove it from the radiators, and then all the coolant will go out from the system, and in this way you will not have to worry about a lot of coolant coming out when you're going to remove the heater core. And also I recommend all to remove all the coolant from the system and replace it with a brand new coolant, because if you want to do a good job you'll have to replace all the coolant from the system, and then you'll have to install a new heater core and the job will be done perfectly on the car. So this is what I recommend all to do. Remove all the coolant from the system. You'll have to take a big set of pliers. You'll have to remove the metal clamp which is holding the hose over the mounting bracket, and then you'll have to prepare something to catch all the coolant. And I don't recommend all to throw it away because it's very dangerous for animals and also for people. So you'll have to take it to a special place where they will collect the coolant from the car. So as you can see, I'm done with removing the coolant from the system, and now I can go ahead and remove the rest of the parts which I'll have to remove on the car. And the next step which you'll have to do is to remove the air intake and also all the hoses from around it. So on this car you'll have to remove all of these hoses which are going into the turbine, and you'll have to remove them because otherwise you won't have access to the two pipes which are connected right there next to the steering wheel, because those two pipes are the pipes which are going into the heater core. So I recommend all to remove all of these plastics. You'll have to remove the air intake and also the air filter, and then you'll have to remove one metal clip which is holding the top pipe which is going into the heater core. You'll have to remove the top pipe, and after that you'll have access to 1 liter screw which is installed between the pipe from the top and the pipe from the bottom. So the screw is right in the middle of the two pipes, and you'll have to remove it using a Torx 10. So only after that you'll be able to go ahead and remove the heater core, because if you don't remove this little screw you won't have access and you won't be able to move the pipes back and forth and the left and right to remove the heater core from the pipes and also to install it back. And if you don't remove this little screw you won't really be able to do the job. So I recommend all to remove all of these plastics, and you'll have to remove the top hose, the top pipe, and then you'll have to remove the little screw from the middle. And only after that you can go ahead and remove the parts from inside the cabin or from inside the car. So as you can see, after remove all of these pipes, you'll have more access to the two pipes which are going into the heater core. So as you can see, this is the top pipe, and you'll have to use a long flat screwdriver to release this metal pin. You'll have to push this metal pin to the exterior, and as you can see, after you push it to the exterior, you'll have to just pull from the pipe and it will come out from its place. Just look what I'm doing right here. So the metal part is moved out from the way, and as you can see, the pipe came out very easy. And right now the little screw is mounted right here in the middle of those two pipes. So as you can see, right here is the little screw. This is the Torx 10 or the Torx 15, something like that, and you'll have to remove this little screw to create some space and be able to replace and remove the heater core. So as you can see, after I removed the little screw, the pipes are moving left and right, up and down, so this is very good. And now we can go right here inside the car and replace and remove the rest of the parts. So as you can see, you'll have to remove this plastic part from the middle of the center console, and then you'll have to go right here underneath the dashboard, and you'll have 3 screws which are securing this plastic part mounted underneath the dashboard, and you'll have to remove those 3 screws to remove this plastic part. You will also have to use a Torx 15 or a Torx 10. I'm not sure exactly which is the size of the screws, but you'll have to check for yourself. And as you can see, right here are the 3 screws which you'll have to remove. And after that, you'll have also to remove the OBD port, but it's very easy to remove it. So first, let's begin by removing the plastic from the center console. And to remove it, you'll also have to remove this screw from right here, and then you'll have to pull it down, and it will come out from the plastic clips and from the mounting support. After you remove the screws which are securing the plastic from underneath the dashboard, you will have to take something sharp and remove the OBD port by pressing the 2 plastic clips, and after that the OBD port will come out from its place. So as you can see, after you remove all of these plastics, you will have to remove one more plastic which is transferring and which is controlling the heat to your feet. So as you can see, you'll have right here this plastic part, this plastic hose, and you'll have to remove it by removing one bolt. And as you can see, right here is our heater core. You'll have to remove 3 screws which are securing the top plastic port over the heater core. So as you can see, you'll have to remove this screw from right here, and after that the plastic which is controlling and which is directioning the heat to your feet will come out from its place. So this is how it's looking. You will only have to pull it out and it will come out very easy. And after that, what you'll have to do is to remove those 2 bolts from right here, and you'll have another bolt at the top next to the pipes. So as you can see, after remove those 3 screws, this plastic part will come out from the heater core, and now you are able to see the pipes and the heater core at all mounted on the car. And as you can see, to remove the heater core, you'll have to remove those 2 plastic clamps, those 2 metal clamps I mean, but I recommend all to take a picture in the directioning where they are installed, because it's best to put them in the exact way, because in this way you will know for sure that they will not leak and they will be mounted perfectly on the car. So as you can see, you'll have to remove the little screw, and then you'll have to push them a little bit. You'll have to open them a little bit to the exterior just to make you enough space, and after that they will come out from the pipes. And then you'll have to put one more person, so I recommend all to have one more person inside the engine bay, which will pull from the pipes, and you'll have to pull from the pipe from right here, and eventually they will come out from its place and you'll be able to remove the heater core from the car. So before disconnecting the pipes, I recommend all to take some towels and put them over the floor of the car, because you don't want to spill any coolant right here in the car. So as you can see, you will still have some coolant right here in the heater core, and after you remove the pipes and the coolant will come out, you'll be able to remove and replace the heater core completely of the car. And as you can see, you'll have to pull it out like this and it will come out from its place. So as you can see, right here in the right side I have the new heater core, and in the left side I have the old heater core. So always you'll have to compare them. You'll have to check if the new one is exactly like the old one, just to make sure that they will fit properly on the car. And after that I recommend all to remove this plastic part from the original one, and you'll have to transfer it to the old one. So right now we can go ahead and install it back on the car. And to install it back on the car, I also replaced the old O-rings. So I put the O-rings from the old heater core over the new heater core, because normally you will have some problems with fitting the pipes over the new O-rings because they are too big. So I recommend all to take the old O-rings from the old heater core, and you'll have to transfer them to the new heater core. So only after that you'll be able to install it back on the car. So as you can see, you'll have to put it back on the car in this way. Then you'll have to push the pipes a little bit just to create you more space to assemble them back in their place. So as you can see right here, I'm able to push them back and I'm able to install them over the new heater core. Then the next step which you'll have to take is to pull from the pipes from right here. You'll have to pull them towards the new heater core, and someone else will have to push the pipes from the engine bay towards you, and in this way you'll be able to assemble them and you'll be able to push them inside the new heater core. So as you can see, this is how it's looking for now. So I will go ahead and I will have to pull them over the new heater core. Okay everybody, so as you can see right here, I installed the new heater core back on the car. It took me a while. It took me I think 1 hour to assemble it because it was very difficult. I also tried it with new pliers and I tried with 2 persons, but eventually I was able to do it. It was very hard, but eventually I did it. So if I can do it, so do you. After that, what you'll have to do is to go ahead and you'll have to put back the pipes. You'll have to put back the little screw from the middle of the 2 pipes, and you'll have to assemble everything back together as it was before. Then you'll have to add coolant into the system, and then you'll have to add about 4 or 5 liters of coolant. And also don't use normal water, you'll have to use always distillated water. Right here, as you can see, I already took the car for a ride, so the temperature in the car is the normal temperature, are 19 degrees. And right now I'll have to go inside the car and I'll have to check if the heater is working, if I have heat on any side, and if the temperature is rising or not. So as you can see, I didn't assemble the parts right here because I want to see if I have any leaks, but I already checked them. I have no leaks on the car, so everything is ready to go. So right here on the right side, as you can see, I have 41 Celsius degrees, and if I accelerate the car just a little bit, if I push the throttle on the car, just look how the temperature is rising, and it's rising because the coolant is not fully bleed out in the system, so it will take a little bit for the car to bleed the system completely and to push all the air into the exterior of the car. And just look how the temperature is rising in any vents of the car. So right here, for example, in the right side I have 43 degrees, and right now it's going down. And if I put it right here in the middle, just look the temperature, how fast it's rising, because right here in the middle is the new heater core installed. Right here I have over 50 degrees Celsius. And if I put it right here in the right side, also the degrees are the same. So from what I can see on the right side, the system is not fully bleeded out completely. So as you can see, the temperature on the right side is a little bit lower than the left side, but eventually it will get fixed in time and it will work in the same way as the left side. So this is all you have to do. This is how to replace the heater core on any Volkswagen Passat B6 or B7 or any other car made by Volkswagen. Right now, the only thing which I have to do is to assemble everything back together, and that's it. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.